Yeah, okay. Any views expressed are the opinion of the guest. That's not a representation because the programming reflects that Politickin with 4 eyes. It's really no competition. Suffocating with the dope. You know I be twisting. Real ninjas out in the field. Now we cotton picking. Not to mention our intention to cover topics and many of the subjects. I got more lines than the deli at the Publix. With King Pharaoh, PoPolitickin. I'm pistol whipping. Rappers jeopardizing hip-hop position, my opposition, intuition, prediction like writers on The Simpsons. To witness the glimpses from higher up dimensions. My bitches be fighting gremlins like Phoebe Cates. Let me cook, stovetop oven, easy bakes. Hydroponic with them seaweed flakes. Yeah, these rappers started from the bottom, power bottom, TD Jakes. Unfollowed, talking about have you ever been swallowed? Regardless of race, color, or creed, you get Apollo'd. We politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'. This for the politickin, tickin', we straight politickin, tickin'. When it's a great show, you got to listen to that politickin, tickin'.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Check me out on Apple Music too. 1212 on Place to Be with Eddie MMack. How you doing, bro?
Oh, shit, man. I'm chilling, man. Blessed to be alive, man. Blessed to be alive.
Yeah, I was saying the last time I interviewed you, it was 2017.
Hell
That's 8
yeah.
years. I don't know my damn math. That's 8 years.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Hell yeah, it's been a little minute, man. Definitely. That was the beginning of my rap stage too, for sure.
Yeah, I would say I feel like we need a reintroduction.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Can you let them know, like, just tell the people that didn't catch the first interview, let them know where you from and everything.
Oh yeah, what's up with everybody, man? It's your boy Eddie MMack, man. Southeast Dago, you feel me? The south of the Southeast Dago, you feel me? Ocean Park, you feel me? Well known with the brims that you dig. And I'm one of Dago's hottest rappers, you feel me? Affiliated 100% with the wrong kind, you dig. But I'm also the executive of Dolphin Music, excuse me. And yeah, man, my music on all platforms, you feel me? Spotify, you feel me? Got my own Pandora station, you dig, all over, you feel me? If you can't find it on there, just Google me, Eddie MMack, you feel me? Don't forget the 2 M's, EDDIEMMACK, yeah.
So you were saying that 2017, that was kind of when you first started?
Yeah, that was like the beginning. So I've been rapping since I was 13. But that was like the beginning when I started getting popping. Like when I first started blowing up in the city in California, that was around the time you got that interview.
Yeah, and I was saying, I was looking at you, I've been following you the whole time, and I feel like I said, I know then like you was a newer artist, but now like I see posts and I see people, they'll say you top 5 in San Diego. So I was like, wow, you really elevated since then. I was saying, how did you achieve that?
Mainly through consistency, man. When it comes to this rap game, man, I noticed there was a time when I wasn't consistent, man. I thought my fans would just forever listen to me, no matter how consistent or inconsistent. Because today I still listen to 90s artists, you know what I mean? I'm not really into the new artists like I should be, but, I do favor a lot of them. So I figured, my fans, I give good music. I figured they'll be on the same thing, but it wasn't like that. Once I became inconsistent, they go listen to whoever's hot. So as long as you got capabilities to stay hot, you good. I'm always have my loyal fans. If you're a rapper, you gonna always have them loyal fans that stay there no matter what. But you gotta understand, it's a whole lot of your fans that's listening to other people. Like you said, I could just be in a top 5. I could be number 2 that they listen to or number 3. So you never know.
Yeah, and I feel like you got that you got what them top artists got. Like you got what the Drakes and the Kendricks got. Like I feel like you ain't really you are rapping, but it feel like you just more of talking to the person. I feel like real relatable, and it feel like you always rapping about your life. So I was like, damn, how do you keep that? You know what I'm saying? Especially when, you know, a lot of people, when they do the gangster rap, they always be over the top with it. And I feel like you're just kind of grounded with it, and you just talking about your life and whatever's involved with it. So that's how I like that.
Appreciate that, boss. I know it's a lot of people in my position, you know what I mean? I was once a, you know, young gangbanger, active, you know, trying to prove yourself and, you know, make yourself known, you know. And as a person who's already did all that, you know what I mean? It's like I understand the struggles to it. You know, these young niggas, they glorify it, they posting guns on the internet, they making it look fun, but we all know it's not fun. You know, we got homeboys dying out there. We got people really suffering, you know, and for these little niggas to be causing so much conflict, you know, they going through a lot, you know, and I'm the type of nigga that's gonna put out a song that's gonna talk to that little nigga, you know, the real little nigga he really hiding, you know, from everybody else. And not only that, you know, for the OGs, I push it out there, you feel me? Because they was once one of us, you know, so I try to, you know, I try to not go beyond myself and my limits, you know what I mean? I know what I've done in my life, you know, so I can't glorify nothing I never did or experienced. I'm just not comfortable with that. It's just not, you know, my morals. And, you know, I try to be as relatable to the streets as I can, you know, because this is also a way for me to vent, you know. Rapping has always been my way to get the stress off my mind, the things I go through, the things that I never got to talk about, the struggles, you know, that I still got in my heart that I haven't even got the chance to resolve. So rap has always been my tool to help me resolve that.
Then what do you want? What do you want the people to know about you?
Uh, Overall, you know, I didn't have fans before tell me, you know, because of my gang affiliation, you know, and how I move and based on the music. Some of them have seen me before, scared to approach me. I'm a good guy, man. You feel me? I'm not as crazy as I was when I was young. You know, I didn't have a son. You feel me? I'm changing my life. You feel me? So I'm really in the business to just focusing on music, man. Always feel free to approach me, man. I'm always gonna show some love, man. I fuck with everybody at this point. You know what I mean? And also want them to know, man, it's new music on the way, man. It's very good music on the way. You feel me? Whole new perceptions in all angles.
Mm. And then I meant to ask you too. So, did you always rap like how you rap? Like I was saying, how it just sound real personal, relatable. Your music, was that always your style, or did you have to like develop that?
So over time, I developed it. When I first started rapping, then nobody liked my music. You know, I didn't really have no experiences. You know, I was a young nigga. I had a little studio. You know, that I was, you know, in the lab figuring it out. And when I was rapping, you know, I just didn't know what to talk about. But then, you know, as I put the rapping to the side, you know, I still do it on my own time, play with it, but I was never really dropping shit. I was going through a lot, you know, and when I needed to get something off my chest, it came, you know, idea came up like, man, like, why don't I go ahead and vent about this or vent about that or talk about this? And it's funny, as soon as I start putting my real life situations in music, man, it seemed like people ate it up. You know, the homies was like, man, this is slapping. And they like, man, I've been with you, you know, through the process. I didn't know this was how you was processing it, you know. So it's also been a universal tool for me.
Yeah, and I know you said you working on new stuff, but I was looking at your YouTube. You got a lot of content out already. Like through the years, you've been pretty
Yeah.
consistent dropping a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I never stopped. But even when I did have a time where a lot of my fans wasn't listening because you know, it was new rappers coming up in the city, you know. So, and at that time, you know, my bread was low, so I couldn't really push it the way I wanted to. So, you know, now, you know, we finally back up to par. You know, we got music videos coming. You know, I got a whole production team now. You know, I got a whole studio team now. So, you know, based on the blessings of never quitting, man, this is where I'm at now. But yeah, I never stopped. You know, for a minute, I was putting albums out with no promotion. No real distro to it. So now that I got it back, man, we back consistent.
And what do you say? What are your overall goals with your music?
To really take it as far as I can, you know what I mean. I'm trying to really make more than $1 million off of it. You know, make enough money, probably get some real estate. You know what I mean. Take care of my family. You know, because I'm about to be reaching that age soon where it's gonna be time to pass it to the little homies, you know what I mean? Or the people up under me, possibly my son when he get old enough. I wanna have the whole mindset, to put my peoples on and
Man, I
change
was,
my community.
yeah, I was speaking of change. I'll be watching on social media. So, like I said, I do see you with your son, and then I also see you always working out. And you be
Yeah.
showing your food and stuff. So I was like, what's the importance of like the fitness?
Oh man, so me, I was just in the feds recently, and when you locked up, we got so much discipline. We locked up, we working out. You know what I mean? We trying to really work on ourselves, and I told myself, man, every time I get out, I let myself go. So I'm like, this time, man, we could keep it up in here. We gonna keep that mentality on the outs.
Right.
And not only that, this is my body right here, man. This is my car. You feel me? As long as my car is in is in great condition, you feel me? I'm running at my best. I'd rather have a Benz, not a bucket. You feel me? And I'm out here looking like a Benz, man. You feel me?
And then I would say how was the food in the feds? Because I know
The
a lot of people
food,
say about the
that
food.
that shit was weak, man. But it was enough. It was enough to get a nigga there, though. You know what I mean? They had a lot of beans, a lot of cornbread that tastes like water. You feel me? They made sure you had a little vegetable on there. Of course, I don't think that shit was real vegetable. All that shit comes from like canned foods and shit.
Mm. Yeah, I see you be eating the breakfast taco every a lot. I be wanting that taco you be eating.
Oh man, so while I'm working there, man, I do construction and shit. My company, they pay for my food every day. We got a food truck, and I done tried everything on the menu, but I started fucking with these. I noticed my boss, he was getting these little breakfast tacos and shit. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me try it out, man. I must have ate that motherfucker and fell in love, man. Every day. It's been weeks and I still ain't tired of that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I see you be eating like you be eating a cheesecake or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a cheesecake person too. You feel me? But I'm a fan of the plain cheesecake. I go different places. I try out the plain cheesecake. You feel me? The all white cheese with the little crust. You know what I mean? I'm not really into strawberry and the colorful shit, but I
Yeah, I
just
don't like. I always when I was little, I never liked that cherry shit. I make my mom take it
yeah.
off.
You feel me? Nigga like him an authentic cheesecake. People like, why don't you just go to the cheesecake factory? Because I ain't trying to test all them cheesecakes. I only like one. You feel me?
Well, that is we kind of on my one of my questions. I always ask people. So, what's your favorite meals you like to eat?
Hmm. So it's definitely gonna be Mexican food. You know what I'm saying? Besides those breakfast tacos, let me see. I always been a fan of breakfast, but I eat breakfast burritos. You know what I mean? And even when I'm at home, I'm always making breakfast throughout the day. I go to
Mm,
IHOP, nigga, at night. You feel me? And give me some pancakes, some eggs, and bacon.
yeah.
That's pretty much it that I can think of. But other than that, I'm corny salad. I'm from Dago, so we corny salad tacos the whole nine.
Uh, and then besides like not like alcohol, like just what's your favorite beverage to drink?
Okay, cool. Cause I don't do drugs or drink. At least I don't drink no more. But favorite beverage, I say coconut water. Very
Mm.
high, very good in hydration, and it's even known to hydrate your cells. So I fuck with
Yeah, it be tasting kind of funny to me. I be trying to.
it.
Guess I
Yeah,
just like used to drink it. You
depending
ever
on what
drink
kind you get, for
you ever drink
sure.
the fresh coconut?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I used to go to Food for Less or certain stores where I could buy that and go outside, bust that motherfucker open with a rock and kill it.
Oh, what's up? So you I think you probably got a phone call. We'll be back when you come in. There you go, coming back. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out my man book. I talked about it last time with money. Make sure you check his book out on Audible. Let me go to it. What is it? Mine, his? He will be back. Let me make sure. But yeah, make sure you check this out on. Oh, he ain't showing up. Okay, look like it's showing up now. Y'all can see that? That's my homie's book. It's like light in here. Let me try to block it. There you go. The Quiet Storm. That's my homie Amani's book. And it's the historical and cultural analysis of the power, passion, and pain of R&B groups. So he went back from 1950 to like now and went over all the R&B groups. He's just trying to say like what happened to them, where they're going, where they at. So he talked about a lot of them. So yeah, we gotta have Amani on the show talking about the book too. Make sure y'all check that book out. It's on Audible. I do audiobooks. There's also on Amazon. So make sure you check out Amazon. Amazon, where we listen to like paperback books. You can call me on Instagram. Let me see. What's good?
Yeah. Somebody called me. I pressed forward to call, but it still took off my audio on my video.
Yeah, you just gotta come back in because like you ain't in there no more.
All right, just hit the same link.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm finna do.
Cool. Yeah, we on there. We just waiting on him to come back in. He got kicked off. Like I said, somebody probably called him. But yeah, make sure you check out my homie book and PoPolitickin. We started in 2008. So this is year 17. So can't stop, won't stop. Y'all make sure y'all keep subscribing. Keep telling a friend, share the episodes. Wherever you listen to podcasts, check us out. We'll be back. Let me play the video on my homie. Oh, there you go.
Hey.
Yeah, what up?
We back. Sir. Gang.
Yeah, so you were saying you listen to most of 90s rap. Who you be listening to?
So, man, I'm a big fan of Pac, of course. Being from Dago, listen to a lot of that old school jail felony. Big fan of the R&B. I fuck with Next, the Butter Love. You know what I mean? Some of that old school Death Row for sure. The whole 90s, I fuck with it. From the East Coast to the West Coast.
So you said you was more a Pac fan than Biggie fan?
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that again. I was like, man, that's crazy how they passed away in the 90s and we still be talking about like they new artists. But that's how much impact they had.
For sure. And it's crazy because Tupac just got a star recently. So, that's this nigga making power moves from the grave.
Right. Yeah, even with Biggie, like, I know his mom passed, so they about to sell his estate. They saying they about to sell it for like 150 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know even Drake got Pac's ring and shit. So, it's still a lot of value to them niggas for sure.
Yeah. And then when you're not making music, what else you like to do?
Shit, I'm just in the gym. You feel me? If not, I'm hanging out with some ladies. You feel me? Probably, a little female friend I talk to. Not I'm with my son, or I'm just, spending time with family. Other than that, I'm at work.
Is your first kid?
Yeah, it's my first kid, man, fortunately. But I already had like a stepchild that I helped raise before that. But,
Yeah, different though, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely different for sure.
Yeah, I had step kids too. And then now I got two kids myself. I got a boy and a girl. So yeah, that's cool.
Hell yeah, for sure.
You be having your son working out yet with you?
Nah, he only 6 months.
Oh,
But
not yet.
The stepson, he out of town right now, but definitely if he was down here with me, he already played football, so he already prepared for it.
Yeah, and I was saying, speaking of wrong kind, I was looking at that video you had did with Mitchie Slick, like the one that was like "Keep Up My Name."
Oh yeah, for sure. That got nominated for SD Music Awards.
Yeah, that was hard. It was tight how y'all kept going. How y'all broke it up and was going back and forth a little bit.
On the hook, hell yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it. Were y'all talking about the same person, or were y'all talking about a different person?
So the theme of the song, different people we was talking about, but the theme of the song was the spit about a big homie that we lost. You know what I mean? We want to keep up the name, keep his name alive. And in my mind, I thought about my big homie Lil Hands. You know what I mean? And I my verse was basically about a couple big homies, but I spoke about them all as if I was talking about one person.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Then I was like trying to figure out was y'all talking about the same person. I couldn't figure it out. But nah, it was cold though.
Hell yeah.
So you,
Appreciate
like you
that.
said, you've been affiliated with Wrong Concept the whole time, pretty much, huh?
Yes, sir. Ski, being a San Diego native myself, Slick was one of my first CDs as a kid. So, working with him is definitely a blessing.
Are you a Laker fan?
Lakers, nah, I'm not really into the sports. I'll be having too much going on in my personal life.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. I would say Lakers
Yes,
going
sir.
crazy. Well, they was going crazy till LeBron got hurt. Then Bronny. I was gonna ask you about Bronny and shit.
That's the son, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I've been seeing a lot of it on social media. A lot of stuff that's
Mm.
going on with them.
And then what you got going on far as with current projects?
Current projects. So being the homie Agape Love, started off as a Christian singer. Now he working with me. We got a project called God's Will, and I was just talking about the blessings that a nigga had coming up. So me going through the feds, me facing life when I was younger. I think I spoke about that on my last interview with you a couple years ago. Um, and me being blessed to be here and me telling people my process, how I survived so much and all these experiences. So it's gonna be a big project, because I'm giving a lot of game, for all the people that's going through or ever been through the situations that I've been through.
And then I guess was because like I said, I remember I had a cousin. He ended up he actually ended up passing away, but he ended up like every time he was going to jail, he'll go
Hmm.
back in, or then like I said, when he was out of jail, he'll get in trouble. And he ended up passing away. He got tased actually, he got tased twice and ended up passing away. So I guess
Yeah,
like what kept you from like I guess going back in or just doing the right thing once you got out?
I had a son.
Yeah, my cousin had two kids. That didn't stop him. So I guess it just
Yeah, damn. Me,
yeah,
I just couldn't, I couldn't see myself bowing down to my probation officer or anybody. But once I had my son, it became my weakness. And for my son, he don't got his mom in his life like that. So I'm all he got. So I refuse to put him in a position where he ain't got neither.
right. That's what's up. And then what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Oh man, I love y'all, man. Y'all the reason why I do it. You feel me? Y'all keep me pushing. And in my eyes, I don't really got fans. I got family. You know what I mean? If you listen to my music, man, you listening to who I actually am. I could say some of my fans could probably know me a lot more better than a lot of my family. You know what I mean? The fact that they want to understand, you know what I mean? And the things that they say about me. I got a video on YouTube called "The Truth About Eddie Mack," and it's just nothing but what all my fans are saying, screenshots from them and videos and pictures and words from them, just letting them get their word out about me, man. And they say some godly things. They say some things most people don't say about regular artists. So, that's everything to me. I'm always, find a way to get my fans their shine. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no, I think I was watching that video. I was like, yeah, that was tight. Like I said, a lot of people with you. So like I said, I think you just keep going, keep doing what you gotta do. And
So
yeah,
scared.
is anybody that like you like, man, I want to work with, or
So far,
like the old artists in the '90s, you know them?
Shit, if I could, I'd definitely bring Pac from the grave and do something, man. I fuck with Mozzie music tough, you know what I mean? I got a little bro named Gio from the city that I work with. It's a couple homies in the city that I work with. Homie Yabby and them, the homie Keek and them, them is my homeboys. I'm already connected with them. It's just a matter of time before we make something happen. We chop it up all the time. Um and who else? Let me see. Well, that's pretty much it. So far, I'm already working with who I want to work with. I'm tapped in with the homie Fruit Town too. We already chopped it up about a future song, so that could possibly be in the near future.
And then what's the name of your you say your company? What's the name of your company?
Dolphin Music. So Dolphin, Fiend for Money, Dolphin Music.
You got
And
any artists yet, or is it just you?
Right now it's just me, the homie Agape, one of my homeboys from my block, Lil Doobie, And that's pretty much it. We building it up a little bit more. You know, I still got other homies on different teams. You know, we got the Madness Mod team still active. Me and the homie Mar Hustle working on something. So, you know, right now I'm in the process of still building Don't Feed Music. Except, you know, we got the production team and we got the management and the distro. But as far as artists, it's just me and those people I named.
Yeah, and that's good. Like stuff like that keep like, you know, it's good to have a team, and then that team keeps them from doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what, if you don't have nothing to do, you're gonna be doing shit you ain't supposed to be doing.
For
that
sure,
shit keep you out the streets sometimes. Like you on the road doing the performance, you ain't got time to be in the streets.
100%, exactly. Gotta stay busy, man. Gotta keep that mind occupied.
Right. And then I want to say, you got any favorite books?
Okay, favorite books. We got the 48 Laws of Power, and you got the 50th Law of Power with 50 Cent. I like by Carol Dweck. I like Mindset, and I got another one right here that I like. Dave Ramsey.
Total Money Makeover.
Yes, sir. And I'm studying this now, the Young Quran. You feel me? I picked that up in the little program I was in. But you know, I'm in the process of possibly converting.
Okay. All right, bro. Well, I want to say thank you for coming through Politickin with me.
Oh man, all the time, for sure, for sure. We locked in anytime, brother.
Yeah, we gotta do it again. It can't be another 7 years though.
Oh yeah. Whenever, man. It could be another one this year, man. I ain't tripping this month. You dig?
All right, for sure. You want to tell me your social media and everything?
Oh yeah, man. Eddie MMack on everything. EDDIE space MMACK. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. You feel me? That's on Google. You dig? That's on everything you want to look me up on.
What's the extra M for?
Oh man, for the Madness Mob, you feel me? And the homie Michael Taylor, rest in peace. They used to call him Mike Madness. So, you know, that's my way of him living through me.
All right, y'all. Yeah, I was like, man, that shit was hard. That song you did with Slick, you was like, I feel like I embodied your spirit. I was like, shit.
Yeah. To me, you still alive, like I'm embodying your spirit.
You know, I said, you spit, man. That shit be hard. I'm with you.
Appreciate that, man. It's nice to know you really tapped in and listening, man, for real.
All right, y'all. We out until the next time.
Yes, sir. Ski.
I'll holler at you, bro. You stay up.
You too, bro. My guy. Gang, gang.
Peace.
The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division. I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin. Hey yo, I rise like the sun in the east, running the streets. Same people that was coming in peace, some in the beast on the microphone. It's never a long and hard task. For God, I'm gonna smash they blog and podcast. Introduction to journalism 101 with Pharaoh PoPolitickin, about where I'm from and what I do. What's up? It gotta be good. Interviewing everybody, you know they probably could. Take all the blood, sweat, and tears, working all them years. Putting in 10,000 hours, it empowers careers. From the Baby and Megan Thee Stallion to Yo Gotti. High as a kite, jet life, currency in the party. With MC Light, J Prince said I rap a lot. Super Saiyan Black Kakarot with a Macintosh laptop in my Apple Watch, smoking Fraggle Rocks. 4 eyes, got more lines and hooks than a tackle box. What? The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. We PoPolitickin, it's so dope when it kick in. You can get in where you fit in. We straight PoPolitickin. The whole squad on the mission, you got to listen. You know what this is when we PoPolitickin. My money long like division. I proposition to put a fist in. We straight PoPolitickin.